I'm at Jody Scheckter's house, 1979 world champion, and Jody is selling his car collection. He's collected all his racing cars spanning his whole career from Formula Ford through to Formula One, including this epic number behind me, the 1979 title-winning Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari's last driver championship winning car. The 1979 Ferrari 312 T4 was Enzo Ferrari's last Grand Prix championship winning car. This car just screams Ferrari, the point where man and machine connect in perfect harmony. It's totally original. This car's only ever been driven by Jody since he clinched the championship at Monza in 1979. It's one of Mauro Folgheri's greatest designs, Ferrari's first full ground effect Grand Prix car, and powered by a breathtaking 3-litre flat 12 engine that Scheckter took to victories at the Belgian, Monaco and Italian Grand Prix. It is an absolutely stunning machine. This one is has been on all of our walls for forever. It's just a fantastic and beautiful car.
Yeah, and it never broke, which was, I don't think any other car, actually these were quite good, but most of the other cars had problems one way or another.
Well, Gilles helped make things bulletproof, didn't he? Because he was totally unsympathetic. That's what you read about his style. He helped engineer reliability.
Gilles liked the image of being the daredevil, what's her name, and that was his weakness, and that's what gave me a bit more strength.
Yeah.
So he would do things that, in Monaco, as you come onto the straight, you jump up, and he just kept his foot down.
Yeah.
But I changed gears there, and he broke a shaft.
So you always learn from your teammates, don't you? And you would see someone breaking their drive shafts, and you can adjust your style.
I would just do what I think was the right thing to do. You treat the car once you sort of get into the race, you treat the car delicately. You don't want to stress it any way that you want, that you can, because the cars in those days weren't as reliable as they are today.
Yeah.
And the one race he started to change gears, keeping his foot down on the accelerator.
Yeah.
And he ran out of petrol because he wasn't doing that in practice. So just silly little things like that. Yeah, and it went to Monza. In fact, before that was in Silverstone, and they gave me the wrong laps to go, and I lost the place. And I said that, so all over the newspapers in Italy, Scheckter says team is no good, Old man says, everybody in my office next Monday morning. So get there, and so I said to Gilles, we need to get the exhaust pipe out of the tunnels.
Yeah.
Because of the wide engine, you were at a disadvantage anyway. And Folgheri just didn't say, no. So I said to Gilles, let's talk about this anyway. He said, they came in there and they were all one of this. I said, we shouldn't be fighting ourselves, we should be fighting other people. And they agreed, and he said, what do you want? And I said, I want the exhaust pipes out. And he said, Gilles, what do you think? Yes, Gilles, yes.
Yeah.
And they took it out, we went to Monza, and the car had more downforce and was quicker. It really made a difference.
But at Monza, I think you were saying he ran qualifying tyres all the time and you didn't do it. But in the qualifying session, you still out-qualified him.
Well, I'd worked on the car. He'd worked on trying to be the fastest, which is a disadvantage because I wanted to get the car right. So when it came to qualifying, I was quicker than him.
Because he'd set it up?
Well, I'd worked on setting up the car because once you get into qualifying, you're running the same tyres.
Yeah.
I wasn't running fast tyres. You don't learn a lot from that.
Yeah. When you got the championship in sight like that, do you think that this is the year that you would have pushed yourself harder than at any other time? I know you would have always been competitive and pushing, but this year is special.
Yeah. He won the first 2 races, so I was a number 1 driver in my contract. That was pressure.
Yeah.
And so I probably went to another level and put my head down and said, and I won the championship. Yeah.
Is this the car that you were pushing in qualifying when you bent the wishbones before the race?
You mean, no, we're talking about Monaco.
Yes.
That one I crashed on the last lap through the swimming pool and got second on the grid. This one eventually you would touch, because I was right a bit sideways, I was touching the guardrail as you're coming out the corner. Well, I just sort of like that, And then I wasn't quick enough. Gilles was getting quicker and I was getting quicker. And then I started touching the inside and the outside, because the more you can get in. The last lap it went like this.
Yeah. Because those days
And
the
I got
camera
pulp.
angles don't show all this stuff. But I remember, you know, Verstappen last year was he famously made up 4/10 in that second half of the lap, bending the arm coat. But that's what you were doing. But you were bending the machine as well.
I liked. I mean, I had a very good record at Monaco. I just liked driving there, I suppose.
Yeah. And the engine sits incredibly low. So that's the flat 12. So it's very unusual.
12, which was a disadvantage once the wing cars came, because you couldn't get as much air under the car. We had Michelin tires, which I think was an advantage.
Yeah.
Because the first radials.
Did you have to adapt a lot to ground effect?
No, I don't know if you adapt. I'm not sure, because but the speeds had got. You know, you were in third gear one year, and the next year you were in fifth gear. In the same corner, and the guardrails hadn't been changed or anything, so it was a big step from not a wing car to a wing car.
Inside the cockpit, there's some controls in there that I don't recognise. The gear lever obviously looks familiar.
Yeah,
but,
because normally Ferrari had, you see that there.
Yeah.
Ferrari had all the things like this for first, second, and third.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why are we doing that? Because your gearbox is the one that's regulating it, so you're really confusing it nearly. And so they cut it out there. And so I didn't have that only to get to reverse.
Yeah. And on the other side, what's that little lever
That's
for?
to change the
It's the roll bar, so you can change?
roll bar, yeah.
Okay,
it
so you
didn't,
can
do it didn't do anything that I ever felt.
Will you miss it?
You know, at the beginning, I always thought I'd love to go back to Monaco and do another race in Monaco after I've retired. But now, you know, so far gone, so far back. I enjoyed the 40th at Monza. That was
to get a run.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a lot of pressure in kit, and, so it was wonderful going back into Formula One. You know, because I don't go to many races really, and so it was very special for me.
Ciao Jody. Oh wow, welcome back in Monza.
Oh, thank you. It's been a massive privilege for me to be back. I think I enjoyed this more than I did in 79.
No, for sure.
In 79 it was relief to win the championship, but now it's respect for the farmer is fantastic. Thank you.
I know that it's your first time in Monza, back in Monza after the victory.
Years. For 40 years, the first time back, yes.
How special has been this lap?
It's fantastic. You know, the car is, I'm a little bit slow in the car. Lucky they weren't taking times, but in fact, all the
Tifosi.
people are, yeah, thank you.
Why Monza is so special? Also for that people, Monza is so special. The passion of Tifosi is special.
I think the passion of Ferrari and the passion of the Italian people, and more important, the food. I love the food.
Piero was there in 1979. So which kind of memories do you have of him and of the? Yes, in English. Better.
English, okay. Yes, memory was quite a big emotion. We were here, and Jody won, was first and second, with Villeneuve second. It was a great day, and we celebrated championship here in Monza, so everything is special. That's the top, maximum.
We want to say something in Italia for these tifosi, because perché quella volta in Monza fu doppietta, un 1-2, 1-2. È possibile quest'anno?
Questa è una buona domanda. Allora fu primo e secondo, ci proviamo tutte le volte, ci proveremo anche quest'anno e speriamo proprio di avere delle soddisfazioni. Comunque i ragazzi sanno cosa fare e ci provano.
40 years ago was a doppietta, was a 1-2 with the great Gilles. So we just want to know something about your relationship.
Oh, I had a very good relationship. Gilles was a very nice, very honest guy. And I was thinking when people ask me that in the 2 years we never had an argument or even a harsh discussion. We were always together. So that was a fantastic relationship. But I'm lucky to win, yes.
So it's possible to have a teammate as a friend?
I think you must do that, because otherwise it's not good for the team. I think when the teammates are fighting so much, it's negative for everything. So that's what I thought, and that's always what I had.
Thank you to be here with us today.
It was very, very my privilege and my honor and my enjoyment. Thank you.
Grazie,
Thank
Jody.
you for everybody.
We go there, close to these people. Ciao. Thank you.